It's time for the best high school football show in town with KFC's Friday Football Fever.
All right, time now for sports. Let's get to the action, and there was plenty of it on a holiday when a lot of people were taking time to, pay tribute to all of the men and women who were serving our armed forces and have over the many years. And tonight, all the football players took to the field, and people were honoring them, sitting in the stands watching the big games.
Something to get excited about tonight. We certainly can't thank our veterans enough. But you know what gets me excited about sports? Seeing the best of the best. It's Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky, Tom Brady. Different level, but as far as high school football goes, we are seeing right in our backyard one of the best of all time.
Really?
Yeah, it's the last week of the regular season, and normally it just doesn't mean much. I mean, districts have been decided, playoff matchups are already set. One area player, though, is on the verge of making history. Glades Days' Kelvin Taylor is only 217 yards from tying Emmitt Smith's state of Florida career rushing record. Could he really go for 217 yards tonight against South Fork? Have you seen Kelvin Taylor's numbers? Early in the game, I mean, just look at these moves from number 21. He is an incredible athlete, born to play the position. Yeah, you can question the competition, but you cannot question that young man's ability. With the magic number in reach, the ball in the 34, Taylor takes the handoff and runs right into the record books. Move over, Emmitt. Kelvin Taylor is the all-time leading rusher in Florida high school football history. You weren't sure he could get to 217? How about this? Taylor racks up 380 yards on the ground, 6 touchdowns, an easy win for Glades Day, but this night, all about the new record holder.
It mean a lot, man. I just want to thank God and thank my coaching staff. Also just thank my offensive line. They did a great job tonight. I just ran the ball, and God blessed me to break the record tonight.
2 playoff-bound teams meeting in Loxahatchee. Number 6 Seminole Ridge hosting 10th-ranked Royal Palm. First quarter, no score. Tremaine McCullough takes the handoff, and he takes it down to the 8, a pickup of 17. Next play, Ant McGrew takes it upon himself to get into the end zone. 6-0 Wildcats. Second quarter, Royal Palm with the ball. McGrew hits DeAndre Simmons, but Silas Spearman with the pop. Ball's out and recovered by the Hawks. And the Ridge offense gets rolling. Gary Holmes on the end around. He picks up 20. A couple plays later, Antoine Washington finds a wide open Alex Santacroce for the score. Ridge takes the lead and doesn't give it back. The Hawks win 27-12. In Wellington tonight, a full moon and a full-on blowout for Palm Beach Central. First quarter, Palm Beach Lakes to punt, but the snap sails over the punter's head. And watch this, no one can get a handle on it. Trenton Hansen finally does in the end zone, and that makes it 14-zip Central. Later on, it's Ray Wilson with the 6-yard touchdown run for the Broncos. Palm Beach Central blanks Lakes 37-zip. Down in Delray, under that same full moon, it's Atlantic hosting Jupiter. Final game for Warriors head coach Charlie Person. The Eagles give him a couple fumbles as a going-away present. Zach Osney turning the first one into points. Point after no good, but Jupiter jumps out on top 6-0. On the ensuing possession, Atlantic cuts that lead in half. Nick Privatera booting a 26-yard field goal, make it 6-3. Second quarter, Jupiter facing 4th and goal from the 7. What does Charlie Person have to lose? He's retiring after this one. So we'll go for it and get it. Tyler Cameron to James Davis, an 8-yard strike. The Warriors capitalizing on another fumble, and they go on to win 27-17. So a record falls to a player from the muck, but another record is set in that area's biggest rivalry. Glades Central and Pahokee going toe-to-toe as Friday Football Fever goes on. Welcome back. Believe it or not, going into the night, the now record-breaking Kelvin Taylor wasn't even the biggest story in Belle Glade. No, not when the Muck Bowl is going on. The annual showdown between Pahokee and Glades Central is one of the best rivalry games in the country, and even in a down year for the Blue Devils, it's still the biggest game around. The Raiders looking for their 4th win in a row over Pahokee. It was 58-zip last year. Not much different this time around. First drive of the game, Will Likely goes to work. Watch him extend over the goal line for the 12-yard touchdown. Raiders up 7-0. Second drive of the game, more Likely. This time he'll go 25 yards to glory, and the route is on. Likely would later return an interception for a touchdown, and then the junior puts an exclamation point on this night with a 52-yard touchdown run, just breaking tackle after tackle. Likely showing you why he's a finalist for the Lou Groza Player of the Year award. This one is all Glades Central. The Raiders punish Pahokee. So the next 365 days aren't going to be a whole lot of fun for the Blue Devils. This is the worst loss suffered by either team in this game's storied history. Pahokee head coach Blaze Thompson tells our friends at the Palm Beach Post, quote, "From the first snap, you could see the fear in their eyes. I'm ashamed. The only positive was that the game ended."
Ouch.
That's
that
rough.
one's going to sting for a long time. Wow.
Joe, thanks very much for being here and giving us all of the highlights and some of the lowlights for some of the teams.